Many students wonder what the black boxes at the right of their thesis draft are. And those black boxes are the so-called overfull rules. They can be enabled, and they are enabled by default in our university template here with overfull rule 10 points, and it's only enabled for the draft. So what are overfull rules and what are overfull hboxes? So if you compile your document, you usually get a log file, and you can do it on the command line. I made another videos that I don't recommend using overleaf for your thesis, but for small example like this, it's useful, and many students still use overleaf and they don't look into the log, right? So it's really important to look there. So you see errors, warnings, and also here it's for some reason only shown as information and not as a warning. So you have overfull hboxes, and those mean that the text is running into the margin, or it could also be a table or a graphic or something like this. So let's start with usual normal text, right? Usually text is justified. In German we call it Blocksatz. So there's the left margin and there is the right margin, and LaTeX tries to adjust the spacing between the words. So for example here you can see it that the space is much larger than this space here, just so we have a nice clean right margin here. However, this cannot always work because some words are really long, and in those cases LaTeX can fail. So what can we do? And what we can do is we can go into the text here, and we can also first activate the microtype package. So I said the justified text means that this intra-word space, or no, is it inter-word space? Yeah, the space between words is variable. But if we activate the microtype package, it can also change the space between the letters in the words. But these are really small changes, like less than a millimeter. But you can see that this works in the vast majority of cases. So you just activate microtype and this magically works on most of them, but not on all of them. So here we have a really long German word. So in this case, the whole text is English, but we haven't set the German line breaking. So maybe we can try this first. So here we have the Babel package, and the last one is the default. So we use N German here. So this shouldn't change anything. But now we can go to this word here, Donau Dampfschifffahrts Elektrizitätshauptbetriebswerkbau Unternehmer Beamtengesellschaft. And we can set it here as foreign language and German, and then Donau Dampfschifffahrts Elektrizitätshauptbetriebswerkbau Unternehmer Beamtengesellschaft. And let's see if this changes anything. So it now recognizes that it's a German word, but this still is not enough here. So what we can do is we can also tell LaTeX that, for example, it could maybe Beamten, it could break here. So we use backslash minus, and this tells it, well, it can do it here. So this is not enough. Beamten. This looks a bit strange. So this would work, but it looks a bit strange because Beamten, usually you want to cut at a syllable, right? And the syllable is Beamten. So this is one way you can do it, but what we can also do is maybe we can change the word order, for example, or we can just change some words like furthermore to also, and then maybe Beamtengesellschaft, maybe do this one. No, this is not helping here. Also, there are doctors. So let's go back furthermore. of the new, maybe this helps. No, we want to of the new German unter, maybe like this. It's still not enough of the late. I mean, of course, in this case, it changes the sense, right? But that's a way you can try it. Let's try some more. Bergbau, we can cut here as well. Okay, that does it. So for now we can take out the microtype just so we have some more to practice here. So we see we have the pneumo, ultra, microscope, whatever. So volcano, I think we could cut here after volcano. Developed, acute, hippo, whatever. So the Rindfleisch Etikettierungsüberwachungsaufgabenübertragungsgesetz. This is also German, right? Foreign language and German. Now the Rindfleisch-Etikettierungsüberwachungsaufgabenübertragungsgesetz. Let's see, because it was incorrect, right? Because this SCH in German is sh. So what do we do about the hippo, whatever? So maybe we cut at hippo here, right? No, but this doesn't help. Developed, maybe developed N. Yeah, and of course you do this at the end of your thesis writing. So when nothing changes in the content and you're just doing the last changes, so you have to plan enough time, right? Because stuff like this can take a few days. I mean, not really the overfull hboxes, but there's lots of other stuff. So furthermore, I don't know why it has a problem here. I think it's because of the word before. So, I mean, it's, I guess, because we don't have microtyping activated, it cannot increase the space in between the letters. So that's why I think we don't really have the choice. I think we really need microtyping here, or maybe we can say upon reading about that, maybe then it's too long. Yeah, this is really a hard one. Gesetz. What if we cut here? This is still not. Yeah, I think this one we just anyway we slice it. I mean, we could do it here, which would probably work, but it's, yeah, this doesn't even work. Übertragungsgesetz. No. I think we just need microtyping here. So let's enable microtyping again. Okay, so now we have this URL here at the bottom, which somehow doesn't have an overfull hbox. So the way we can solve this is using the pass options to package hyphens to the URL package. Usually this should work. I don't know why it doesn't show it here. But this is usually what you can do. Ah, it's on the second page, right? Yeah. Okay, this worked. It was just on the next page. And then we also have a table So the problem here is that this is a tabular which just takes up as much space as it needs. So we can actually use a different environment. For example, we can load the tabular Y package. And here we can say this has the text width as a length. And then we can use, all right, we need to use it here. Then we can make the second column a capital L, and what this does is it enables line breaking within this column here. And now we have still a problem here, but in some cases at the end we can also say, well, this is not that much of a problem. I think in this URL here, I think this is probably still fine. All right, and then when you're finished with your thesis and you took care of all the hboxes you have, maybe you said, well, this one we cannot change, then you change the draft mode. We can also here take out the overfull H rule, and then it won't be shown anymore, but we still see it here in the log. Ah, interesting. This one is a warning, this one is an information. But this is how you deal with the overfull hboxes. I hope you found this useful, and yeah, tell me if it worked. See you later.